But here's where I have smoke for Stephen A. Because he come out here tap dancing with the smoothest of shoes on, boy. Them things was polished. Blacker than that Gucci man photo over my shoulder. You know what I mean? He gets out there to tap dancing. Let's read the apology. Let me apologize right now. As I'm watching things unfold, let me say that I never intended to offend any community. Stephen A., as much noise as you've talked about people, Slava Mevadinko, Kwame Brown, you intended to offend those basketball players when you talked about them. So don't say you've never intended to offend any community, because you have. Because Kwame Brown and Slava Mevadinko and Rashad Nesterovich, they have communities that support them. And when you talked about them and you personalized it, you offended their community. So be who you are. Double down on it. Say, hey, I talk this noise, and sometimes I talk this noise and I mess up, but this is who I am. My heart is pure. My intentions are pure. But hey, when you talk a lot, you're going to mess things up. And especially Shohei Ohtani himself. As an African-American keenly aware of the damage stereotyping has done to many in this country, it should have elevated my sensitivities and even more. You saying that the American population might not embrace somebody who does not speak English, I don't think that's stereotyping. I think that's making I won't say astute, but I think that's making a pretty well-sourced observation that, like, how many faces of leagues in American sports have not had a mastery of English language and American mannerisms. I can't think of any, but I'm sure there's some, but there haven't been many. Based on my words, I failed in that regard, and it's on me and me alone. Ohtani is one of the brightest stars in all of sports. He is making a difference as it pertains to inclusiveness and leadership. I should have embraced that in my comments. Instead, I screwed up. And in this day and age, with all the violence being perpetuated against the Asian community, my comments, albeit unintentional, were clearly insensitive and regrettable. There's simply no other way to put it. I am sincerely sorry for any angst that I've caused with my comments on First Take this morning. Again, I am sorry, and I'll also happily reiterate these words more extensively tomorrow morning as well. I still don't understand where the violence piece is coming from. I don't get it. And I don't get why we have to bring in every issue with a particular community when we're talking about one thing. I can talk about something in the Black community, but then not include distrust for Black people and law enforcement, right? Can I criticize a Black athlete? Can I say that a Black athlete, say maybe with nappy hair, natural type hair, gold teeth, and using colloquial accent, may not be the face of an American sports league because many American citizens will not relate to that personality and they may fear it? Am I a bigot for saying that? Is that me fanning the flames of violence against Black people by saying that? Or is it me saying that, hey, here's what Americans like. Here's what Americans are drawn to. And you're not displaying the characteristics in which the majority of Americans are drawn to. So therefore, you may not be embraced as a figurehead in this organization because your success is dictated by characteristics in which Americans are drawn to, and you don't have those characteristics. Now, what if I said that? But I'm Black, and I said about somebody Black, so it's okay. And that's what scares me. The fact that if you are not of the same group as somebody, that you can no longer criticize those people because now you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're a feminist, you're a sexist, you're a ist, or you're a it. And it's like, no, I'm providing commentary. But here's where Stephen A is messed up, right? In the same week that Stephen A apologizes to the Asian community for fanning flames of Asian hate because he made what I presume to be a valid criticism of Shohei Ohtani, he makes fun of the Nigerian national basketball team. Mr. Stephen A, come on now. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, Stephen A? Like, why is it okay for you to come out and speak against the Nigerian basketball team? Like, if you were given basketball commentary on them beating the United States, okay, I got it. Yeah, Nigeria should not beat the United States, but they did. But when you're mispronouncing names and you're making jokes of people's names because you didn't do the proper research, you didn't talk to an interpreter, you didn't use the opportunities, the resources available to ESPN in order to say their names properly, but then you got to apologize for offending an agent. I started saying, like, hold on, what's on your mind, bro? You said as a black man, you should have understood your rhetoric was not okay, but then as a black man, you want to talk about other black men. But that's okay. I ain't seen an apology yet. Or, when you wake up every morning, you think about how you can make your bosses more money. You apologize because you were messing up your boss's money because the black dollar doesn't matter as much to ESPN. Right? Is that what we're doing here? Because the black man, if you think it's okay to denigrate black people, mispronounce their names on purpose, I look at you differently as a black man who I don't look up to. I mean, I don't look up to you anyways, but as a black man who runs counter to American culture. You're not standing up for black people. I go back to when you said you wake up in the morning and you think about what you can do to make your bosses more money. I defended you when you said that. But then when you display actions like this, you company man, tap dancing, boot licking, oh boys, ESPN will never hire me. When you do stuff like this, I go, hold on. Do you even believe the things that you say? Or are you just a talking head talking for ESPN, and whatever ESPN puts in your back, you would energize a bunny. You keep going and going and going and going, but you're not going anywhere because the things you say you don't believe. You just craft arguments for a company to get them money so they get you money. And if you are on the paper chase and that's all you want to do, have at it. Have at it. I ain't mad at you. Boom, 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 boom. If that's what you're gonna do, Stephen A. Smith, I'm not mad at you. But what I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to come out here and cape for black people.
Change? Shit.
Because you ain't here for us.
I guess change is good for any of us.
You're here for yourself. You're here for your pockets. You're here for ESPN.
I ain't mad at you. Got nothing but love for you. Do you think, boy? Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not mad at you, Stephen A.
Homies that I ain't talked to in a while.
I'm not. Because you're going to do what you're going to do.